So there are four. When we go on the lower time frames to try to pick entries, we are able to see that there is noise. I was talking about noise, so you have to go back to my previous video and watch where we are starting from. So the topic is how to get sniper entries. So here you can see that when you go on lower time frames to be able to see your trades, you can see that there is this level here. You will trade here, you'll have a buy here, because following the setup you can have a buy around here, but we will be targeting these levels here. But guess what, market doesn't come here back unless you are going to be able to obtain. Now here the problem with using lower time frames is that you can be able to get entries, many entries, but the win rate, comparing the win rate to the losing rate, there will be, you can get many trades, but many trades can stop you out. That's why we have to get to the higher time frames, because higher time frames you are able to eliminate this. And first of all, with my strategy which I use, when you be able to trade these lower time frames, you're going to be able to trade many trades, and you're going to end up taking counter trades. So what do I mean counter trades? That you can see that the overall momentum here is bearish. It's bearish. The storyline has not yet changed. Now you can see that here market went down, but following my strategy, you can see that there is an SRN zone, and also when you use the order blocks SMC, you'll see that here you'll get a trade here. When you use SMC, you say that we are going to put the stop loss below this order block. Guess what? Market wipes you out and continues up. So here we are doing counter trades, but the best thing to do is that waiting for a retracement. So you can be able to wait for a retracement around here, because the overall momentum is bearish. Wait for a retracement around here, then you can sell. So that's scenario one. So let me go back to the topic. How are we able to obtain sniper entries? So when we go on lower time frames, okay, let's go to 4 hour time frame and see what do we see around here. We can see that market around here, market is rejecting this level. Yeah, market rejected this level. You can see this level, we are rejecting this V zone. So after market rejecting that level, what is market saying to us? Market is saying to us that we are buying. So we have removed anything concerning buying. So when we go on lower time frames on 1 hour, let's see what we shall be able to see. Shall we be able to see any sell? Where is it? Shall we be able to see a buy or a sell? How we are around here? Yeah. Now here you can see that on 1 hour time frame we rejected the market around here. We are rejecting around here. Yeah. So when we rejected around here, you could see that so if you are a trader that takes, you see this candlestick pattern here. You can see this is called is it called a heart? I don't know that. When a big candle engulfs this one, like there, I don't trade that one. I usually trade the engulfing candle, but also this one exits. So if you can trade that, you can trade that. But for me, I can wait for, since we have rejected around here, also 1 hour is rejecting. Here we can drop to 15 minutes to only take entries, not to analyze. Or we can wait. So when we wait for a breakout up and around here. So we have to wait. Here you are patient waiting. Then we are considering buys. So the only buy here we are going to stake is now to see a fresh level here. We have this level around here, a fresh level there, or we can see a 2ML zone here. Or we can continue taking this trade because we have this fresh level. Now here we have fresh levels. We have this fresh level around here. We have this fresh level around here. We have this fresh level, this level here. Now this is the only fresh level. So the only way is to take a trade around there. That would be the only trade, and you target these highs. you can be patient. Now here you are patient around here, though you could miss out because here this fresh. Now here, that's where our strategy comes in to put other confluences, because this level is around there, this level is around there, and you see which level shall we take to consider for a buy. Yeah, that's where you have to put in other confluences that I can teach you to follow. So when you can see here also, now this was a clear buy around there. Also, what do we see here? So when we, okay, let's analyze what we would have done around here. Let's not jump around here. So let's say we are going to trade, continuing, we are going to trade up to around there. Here is a storyline I'm seeing. So when we go on the 15-minute, we can get an entry around there. This entry is going to give us a trade of the day, and we are out of the market. Let's see. So here is when, now here is what, around here. So what do we see around here? We can see that market came, let me use this. Now here it's what happened. So we rejected. After having rejected that, market was moving like this. Then we broke out around here. So after this happening, now this is what we can see. The only thing we can do around there is waiting for it setup around here, or waiting for setup around here. These zones here. So we have two zones we can take our trades from. Those are the zones we have to take our trades from. They are the zones we have to take our market from. So what do we see? After having had a breakout, then we can see that this candle here has a confirmation candle. What do we mean by a confirmation candle? A confirmation candle is a candle that you see here. What do we see? We can see that market came like this, came. Now here it was a support zone around here. It was a resistance. Market rejected around there. It came back down, then it finally broke out. So we expect that market, there are lower chances that in this current storyline, market will come back around here. The only trade is around this support zone, the resistance zone broken into support. So we have to take our trade there, and we aim for highs. Yeah, are we together? So that's the only way we can take this trade because of that reason. So we just take our zone there, then we target around here. That's the only way we can be able to take this trade. So that's what do we see? We can see that market came, pushed, came back down. So it rejected here, then it came back down, then it finally broke out to take to our profit. Or we can even so for instance, for someone who was only waiting for market around here, what can we do? So having seen that the market has left us, we only think that have to do that. There is this level here. You can see this bullish engulfing candle. Or even you can, but the problem with this, when you take trades that are not coinciding to the initial plan, you have to take few pips. Don't wait for a full TP. So, or you could come back and take your trade around here and target this high because it wasn't yet removed. Or you can continue to hold depending on what you want in the market. So also that, having had that, let's go for another scenario. So we are testing sniper entries, how to get sniper entries. So this is gold, because most people like gold, and gold, if you master gold, you have mastered it all. So what do we see around here? This is a 4-hour time frame. That's why you have to consider 4-hour time frames. These zones are higher probability zones. When we go on the 4-hour, what do we see here? So for instance, we have come to the market, we are around here. So what do? We are analyzing. We can see that market has broken structure, has made a breakout to the upside. So we are around here. Market has made a breakout. I think I took a trade around there. So we see that market has taken a breakout, and Now this was in March, yeah. So market has taken a break, and now here we shall not consider that. We shall only consider this 2ML zone around here, which is called the left shoulder zone. So when we take that, we are able to, now this one we can only go to lower time frames like 1 hour to refine and see any zone that is around. So first of all, we have one zone present, which is this black line. That will be our basis to take this trade. So we are going to refine to lower time frames, which is a 1 hour, and see any zone that is near this zone. A zone that is near this zone that will be ideal for us to take a trade. So all you can take, so when we go on 1 hour, now we're around here, market formed the 2ML zone, and the only zone present is this zone. This zone here is near our, now this zone here is near our 2M zone, which is a 4-hour zone. We cannot take this trade. We cannot take this zone here. So the only way is to take a trade around here. We buy from here. Buy from here. Now here it will be a sure. You'll just take, though around this time the market volatility was very, very, very high. So market would give, now you can see that this stop loss, it's 200 pips stop loss. Yeah. During this time, market was really, really moving. So you had to put, now during this time we would put small lot sizes, and because you can see around here the stop loss would be 200 pips. 200 pips on gold is a lot. It's a lot. So you had to put small end pips, small lot sizes, 0.1, 0.2, yeah, not putting like higher big stop, big lot sizes, yeah. So that will be our trade 1 around here. So what do we see here? So when we continue to hold the market, what do we see? We can see that market again. Now here would be our take profit, our setup 1. Now this market was really, really good. It gave me 2 entries. 2 entries. You can see that market made a breakout around there. And here we have to consider this zone. Now here you could consider making your trade around here. Let me close this around here. So here would be my trade 1. So here you could see that market gave me a 2ML zone, which is coinciding with the 4-hour 2ML zone. So here also we have this open and close gap. So the only way is to take this trade around here, higher probability, but the catch is that you have to put your stop loss below this zone here, because market would come back. Also you could take one, because we are following the setup, we can take one trade around there and you take also another trade there, because market can come back to these zones. These are called SNR zones, so they are ideal. Market usually respects them. So the only thing that market wouldn't come back around here, the only confidence we have that this level wasn't fresh. You can see this level wasn't fresh. This support zone here wasn't fresh. So market, that's why I had to put, we can't put our stop loss around here. We can just put it below this zone, because this is a fresh, this is not a fresh zone. That's why market also didn't clear out this zone. You can see market didn't clear out this wick here. Yeah. So to refine this, so if you wanted to refine, but me, when I get a zone on 1 hour, I don't usually refine. If you would like to refine, you can go to 15 minutes and get a zone near this zone here. And the most ideal zone would be here, because why? Due to the confirmation candle. Okay guys, thank you. Follow, like, share and comment for next series. Thank you guys.